Hey, good evening, everyone. Broadcasting live, March 10th. Today's quote is one of these quotes about the right time. The right time. How do you find the right time? How do you find a good time? How do you find a happy time? We look for happy times, no? We look forward to them. We work towards them. Even meditation, we have the idea that it's going to lead us to happier times in the future. Meditation should lead us to happiness, right? But if you know anything about Buddhism, or the Buddha's teaching, you know the sort of ideas that he presents in regards to time. That looking for a happy time, thinking of a specific time or place or situation as being happy, that's the wrong way to go about it. Wrong way to go about finding happiness. And so the Buddha says, Ye bhikkhave satta pubanha samayang kayena sucharitang charanti vajaya sucharitang charanti manasa sucharating sucharitang karanti. Whenever monks, O bhikkhus, whatever being performs, when a being performs bodily good conduct with the body, good conduct with speech, and good conduct of the mind in the morning. When one does that in the morning, Supubban ho bhikkhave te sangsattanam. It's a good morning, monks. It's a good morning for those beings. Ye bhikkhave satta majanhi kasamayang. Whatever beings in the middle of the day behave well with body, behave well with speech, behave well with mind. Sumajjhaniko bhikkhave te sangsattanam. That's a good midday for those beings. And the same with evening. Very important teaching. It's somewhat simple, I know. But important still. Important. For what it tells us about Buddhist approach to happiness and a good time. That a good moment, sunakhatang sumangalang supabhatang suhitang. It is a good season, it is a good blessing, it's a good moment. suhutitang. Sukkano sumuddo jasuyitang brahmacharisu. When one lives the holy life well, just for a moment, that is a good moment. Actually, that's not quite what this says, is it? Anyway. Good behavior. A good state. Happiness is not to be found in time or place, or not particular to time or place, not because of the specific time or place. Happiness is to be found in every time and every place. Or not, or found in no place, dependent only on one's own state. If one behaves badly with body, badly in speech, badly in mind, that's not a good time, no matter when it is. But the right moment, a happy time, happiness can be found anywhere at any time. Peace. When the mind is at peace, when the body is properly behaved, not killing or stealing or cheating, when the speech is proper, not lying or hurting others with speech or using useless speech, and when the mind is well-directed, mindful, pure, clear. When your mind is directed in the right way, aware of the body, aware of speech, aware of the thoughts, clear in the thoughts, with no anger, with no greed, with no delusion. That moment, that's where happiness is. That's where goodness is. That's the right moment. The moment comes anywhere. You find it anywhere. You don't need to go far. All this ambition and this striving that we have for finding happiness, it's all misdirected, misguided. Find happiness here and now, wherever here and now is. Te attaladha sukita virulha buddha sasane. They have gained something useful and they are happy. Te attala. This is actually a blessing, I think. It's a blessing that we do, and I can't remember exactly how it translates. Virulha buddha sasane, may they prosper in the Buddha Sasana. This is a chant that we do quite often. Sunakatang sumangalang supapatang surutitang sukano sumoto tasugitang brahmacharisu patakinang kaya kamang vaja kamang patakinang mano kamang panidite patakine patakina nikatva labandate patakine. This is the Pubanha Sutta. It's an important sutta because of what it says at the top. The morning, the afternoon, or the evening. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter where. Happiness, goodness, a happy day. It's quite simple. Comes from the body, comes from speech, comes from the mind. So that's the Dhamma for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. guess we can go, if anybody has questions, I'm gonna post the Hangout. So you can click on the link. If you got questions, join the Hangout. And if there are no questions, then that's all for tonight.
Monty, good evening. Larry.
Hi, Larry. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. We're having some pretty heavy weather down here in Mississippi today and tonight, and I don't expect to keep internet. After, in a little while, we're probably maybe going to lose internet. But other than that, doing good.
You have some kind of hurricane, or?
Just a big frontal system moving across the western part of the South, deep South. Seemed to be kind of regular here lately with real high winds and off and on rain and flash flood warnings and tornado watches and that sort of thing. I attribute it to climate change. But good to see you. Good evening. Hope you're having a good day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks. No question, I guess.
Yeah, looks like no one else can come on. I'm curious, walking meditation and doing half and half walking, half sitting. So if I want to sit for 45 minutes or an hour, then I need to walk for 45 minutes or an hour. And I'm wondering what the Theravada forest tradition's view is on walking meditate using one of these labyrinths that you see. It's a walking pattern that's kind of typically out of doors, a large walking pattern that you do, kind of weave from the outside, follow this path intricately till you get to the middle, and then you turn around and walk back out. And it's not one that you get lost in. It's one that you kind of meditatively walk slowly along, rather than as an option to just walking in a straight line, say 10 or 15 feet, walking, turn around, come back, go back and forth. And it's just a curiosity question.
Why would you walk in a different way?
Well, it's a way of having. It appears, I really don't know that much about them, but say an area that's maybe 20, 30, 40 feet across circumference, and you start at a point on the outside, and it's like a defined path that goes around, comes back around on itself, goes back, and you eventually work to the middle of the pattern, at which point you turn around and follow that same path, a little trail back out. Just kind of a novel looking thing. And I didn't know if it was something that's contrary. Evidently, a number of faiths or religions make use of it around the world. Presumably some Buddhist and some Christian, like Orthodox Christian churches and such as that. So it's really just a curiosity thing.
Never heard of it.
Okay. I don't have a picture of one handy. But and I do want to ask about the walking meditation instruction. You instructed me to pick my foot up for the next step, pick it straight up, take a step and place it so that I'm lifting, placing, lifting, placing, lifting, placing. And to lift my foot flat-footed straight up and then go forward with it and place it straight down is causing me to take some pretty small steps. And it doesn't bother me, but it's almost, it makes the walking process much more tedious, and it's requiring a little more attention to the mechanics of the walking process. And I'm just wondering if if that's what's intended. And I think I'm doing it right.
Well, watch the video. You can see how I do it in the video.
Okay, I lost the video. I was able to watch it that one time, about 6 of the 8 seconds, and then it didn't continue, and I don't have it.
It'll be in the Hangout.
Okay.
In our Hangout list.
It'll be a link in Hangout?
Yeah.
Okay, super. And also, go ahead. And then one other question. You're saying during the Dharma talk in the evenings that some are watching it on YouTube. So is the live stream, live broadcast that's available on the Meditation Plus site, is it also available as a YouTube visual?
This one is.
Okay.
They aren't all.
Okay. And how would I reach that?
You go to the my YouTube channel.
Okay. Okay. Well, I evidently didn't do something right, because I went to it, but all I saw available were previous episodes.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with it actually. I just pretty sure that it works. It's not there's not always a video, like.
Okay.
I don't always record video.
Okay. No big deal. I was just curious about that too. Okay. Well, I know you're busy, so I won't. It looks like I'm the only one here, so I won't hold you up.
All right.
Take care. Take care. Practice on. Thank you very much,
Thank
Bhante.
you.
Good night.